So, when you take a look at things, the Fed met the other day and they basically said they're not going to do anything, which, if you've been paying attention to us, this was predicted. We knew they were going to do nothing. And even though the market is more volatile now than it's been, we have more listings coming on. The thing that the Fed is waiting on now is, the rate of inflation is now back to 2.7 from 2.5. But the reason being why they're not worried is because all this is because of tariffs. So tariffs is not really inflation. Tariffs is something that's temporary. So you really need to understand the fact that a tariff is temporary, that will either be passed on to the consumer or not passed on. Majority of the time it is passed on to the consumer. So the Fed took a look at that and said, hey, overall, we're still plugging along. The thing that they did mention is they still think that the labor market is strong, except for all those people who are no longer going to be employed by the government, which leads me to believe personally, when you have all these people exiting these government jobs and have to go into more of a free open market, that's when I think you're going to see the ramifications of this 4 to 6 months from now. With that being said, the Fed also noted that unemployment went up to 4.4% from 4.3. And if you've been paying attention to our show, I've been telling you, you want unemployment to keep going up if you want interest rates to come down. So that sucks that people lost their jobs. It sucks. But the unemployment rate going up is going to help you with your mortgages. So that's another big bonus. And, the other thing that the Fed talked about is they said it's not secured, but literally 11 out of basically like 18 members are already factoring 2 rate cuts later on in the year. So does that mean rates will go down? No, it does not. Again, if you've been watching this show, you know that when the Fed cuts rates, it doesn't mean mortgage rates go down that day. In fact, it's usually factored in 2 weeks prior. So I want to stay on course with saying the higher unemployment goes, the better you're going to be for mortgage rates.